So this whole building is 400 years of our history. 400 years of all of our collective history. From 1865 to 1877, the federal government protected us. After 1877, they said, we made a deal, we're not going to protect you anymore. And all our stuff was burned down, all those schools, all those towns. All of our wealth was burnt to the ground. No, that was Bratton.
Bratton, yeah.
Who was speaking yesterday. We also have here Harriet's husband, Shaw, who actually walked. He's here. It's over this way.
I had the sense that he was a grown man, even though he was a baby. I could have easily seen him, the professor at Harvard or someplace. And it's fascinating that he became basically the professor for the gang. He's very dedicated to the rules, very dedicated to history. And I told him, you used your gift that God gave you for teaching, and you used it for evil. That was the whole point of the African American Museum trip, was to show him who he should have been, why his ancestors died for him to be better than he is, better than the journey he took.
I just thought just slaves, like they just caught us. I didn't know before that the position that we were in and the way we carried ourselves. Maybe if I'd have known that, I probably would have been moving different from the jump.
Post-enslavement, right? If you're walking around without a job or without housing, they would arrest you, and then the jail would make you go work.
Wow.
Convict leasing. So that's the beginning of this idea of using black men and people to be enslaved, to be put in prison again in order to work. Beginning really of the concept of mass incarceration. Important. This is a very important time for us. This is what happened to us.
The Civil War abolished slavery.
Slavery was bad, but it was after
post-Reconstruction
post-Reconstruction that destroyed us.
The federal government.
All the statues that are being torn down now were built in the 1900s. They weren't built in the 1800s, they were built in the 1900s to reaffirm that white power. Black people did not get free until 64, 68, legally. And they say, what happened? Why are you so lazy? We've only been in the game for 50 years.
Sometimes we gotta see what we went through and how we were to understand now what's going on now and why it's going on. I always felt that I was here to make a difference and try to change stuff for the better. So me seeing that, it just made me want to go harder and put my people in a position and wake them up from that enslaved mentality, because it's more of a mental slavery now than it's physical.
It's hopefully people like Kennebrew and those guys who are killing each other, deciding that we don't need to be killing each other.
Sure.
It's about you all, people like yourself, taking the lead next. Right?
So you raise people up in these environments, teaching them about black people from a white perspective, which is weakness. And they want to find strength. And so they adopt this 1% of a story. And they never knew the 99%. They never knew the African American Museum. They never knew the heroes of African American. They never knew that we fought in every war. They never knew that we fought for freedom. They never knew that we were an economic. We built this country. And so they're looking for power. They're looking for strength. They're looking for value. They're looking for value. Give them no value in your world. No space for them to be themselves. And so they look for value in a place that has really no real value. You build this house in the crazy house, and everybody's crazy in it, but you don't know because you're in the crazy house, so you think everybody who's crazy is sane. Only when you get outside and look at it can you go, oh shit, that was a crazy house the whole time. And then ultimately they realize that, like, what did I do?
You see? Think about the history you taught this history. Imagine if you had taught this history. Think about that. What would you do? What would those boys do?
I'm in a better situation than what they in now.
Exactly. You know what's funny?